I'm printing out a TARDIS. Christmas has just passed, and this was my tree topper for this year. Little TARDIS. Printed it myself. I did not design it. I'll put a link in the description for the guy to the page for the guy who designed it. Awesome job, by the way. I could never make anything this detailed. Look at that. It's like a little door handle and lock and everything. What I'm going to do for this video is just going to do a quick little run through of how you get something like this from a downloaded file to an actual three-dimensional object that you can put on your desk. Or in my case, on top of a Christmas tree. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so a quick little PSA here. I know something that's been in the news not too long ago, but do not, under any circumstances, attempt to use a 3D printer to print a firearm. So I want to make that clear, just want to throw that out there. It's not going to work. Alright, the printers like I have, like that, the kind that the average person can actually afford, are absolutely incapable of printing a working firearm or anything similar. And if you tried and actually got to the point where it would fire, it would probably blow up in your face, more than likely. The story you saw on the news circulating on the internet about guys 3D printing a working gun, they used a printer that normally you don't buy it, you lease it from the manufacturer. And the lease is something like $20,000 or more to lease this printer. All right, it's an entirely different set of technology than the desktop printers. It's a whole other level. It's true, like professional grade kind of stuff. So, and even that one would only fired like 1 or 2 shots before it was before it had melted or before it had been damaged beyond being usable. So, in short, don't do that. Don't try it. If you see anything online saying you can, it's not going to work. It's either just not going to fire, period, or it's going to fire and probably hurt whoever's holding it. Well, here we are on Thingiverse. Now, Thingiverse is a pretty good website. There are thousands upon thousands of things for you that you can download and print. All right, for what we want to finally get the TARDIS model. And scroll down. Here we go. And this is the highly refined and detailed TARDIS model by a 23 Maple. Now to get this one, you go here, hit download, save. If you really want to read this, you can pause the video. Alright, now we have it downloaded. We bring up our slicing software. In this case, I'm using Simplify 3D. Alright, first we need to import our model. And now it needs to be upright to print properly. So double click the model, go to change rotation, 90 degrees, not quite, so let's try -90. There we go. Click done, hit center and arrange. And center and arrange is a nice button, nice feature to have, because if you have multiple items that you're printing at once, you can just pile them on there and then hit center and arrange, and it will automatically space them out and put them where they need to be. Alright, now we're almost ready to... This is almost ready to print. We need to go here to Processes, click Add, and this brings up your settings for the print. This is where you'd set your profile for your printer. And you have the auto configure properties. For material, we're going to be using PLA, so that'll work just fine. Print quality medium, that's fine. Infill percentage, for something like this, you can play around with the infill if you want. I just like to keep it around 30. You select to include a raft or generated support. We do not need either of those for this print. And everything else is pretty much set. You just hit OK, and that creates your process. Click Prepare to Print. It will process the file and create the G-code. So this is our basically a simulation or a virtual representation of the G-code, of all the paths that the extruder will take. You can actually sit here and actually watch it go through the entire build process if you want. Alright, now to get it to the printer, you have two options. You can either print over USB, which most people don't really recommend because there are a number of potential issues that could happen if you print it over the USB. There's just more areas of points of potential. There's just more points of failure that way. The simplest way would be to export to disk through here, and this will export a G-code file, and then you take that G-code file, copy it onto an SD card, and then most printers have an SD card reader built into them, and you just put the SD card in the printer and open the file from there and just hit print, and you're good to go. Well, obviously you saw me messing around with the model in the beginning of the video, so I can't be like, look, it's done, because, well, I printed it out a week ago. So I'll still put it in the shot just because. Anyway, so that's it. I will post links to everything I mentioned in the description. If you have any questions, or if there's anything I didn't cover, you can ask in the comments, and I will answer as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks for watching.